with a deck profile on my Ice Barrier deck. Some people have actually asked me to do a deck profile, an updated deck profile, and here it is. So now with the addition of Tidal Dragon Ruler of Waterfalls, it's made the deck a lot more consistent, a lot faster, I guess, faster pace than it was before. You don't have to run cards that you need to like dump, need to hurry up to dump, because Tidal really does that for you. So, you don't really need those cards. So it speeds up the deck. It leaves more room for cards that you could potentially use to protect yourself or, to gain more advantage. Honestly, the deck isn't competitive. It's not a competitive deck. It is a very fun deck though, and I do have to give it that. I have fun playing the deck, and it's really fun when you have a Gintala and plus like a Tidal or whatever on the board and your opponent can't really do anything. So anyways, guys, let's just get on to the deck profile. 3 Tidal, because Tidal, like I said, it allows you to go into your plays a lot quicker. It, makes your plays live. You're gonna have a lot of water monsters in your graveyard, so why not bring Tidal back? Plus your main boss monster of the deck, which is Gintala, which I'm running 2 of. He's a level 7, so these 2 combo very well together. It's just really good in general. Gintala has 2700 attack, so he's a pretty big guy. You bring him back quite easily from the grave. Let me read you guys his effect. Once per turn during your end phase, you can select and special summon 1 Ice Barrier monster from your graveyard except Gintala. So, with that, you usually want to special summon out Daisojo. He's 1600 attack, he's not really that big, but 2200 defense. Again, it's not too much of a wall, but it's still a wall, and if you get this guy early on, your opponent's going to have a hard time to take him off the board. And if he does take it off the board, you could use Gintala's effect to special summon him back again. So, his effect is when he's normal summon or special summon, change it to the defense position, which really doesn't matter because you're not going to normal summon or flip summon him. You're going to special summon him, either way in defense position. And then, if you control a face-up Ice Barrier monster, face-up Ice Barrier monsters you control cannot be destroyed by spoiler or trap, including Daisojo. So, your opponent is going to have to bring out like a bigger monster to get over him. And, yeah, so it just kind of pulls off like a lock. With Gintala and Daisojo. Now, I'm not running the other like big Ice Barrier monsters because I don't like to open up dead hands, because I was running them in the original build, but it just opened up too many dead hands, and I really disliked it. So I'm only running like this and this because I feel like they're like the best ones in my opinion, and other ones will just lead to potential dead hands, and I don't like that. Your main card of the deck, almost 3 prior of the Ice Barrier. Basically, you're usually never going to special summon him, but I mean, it's there. If you can show an Ice Barrier monster, you can special summon him. So it's, pretty good, I guess, but you can't special summon any level 5 or higher monsters during that turn. But, usually, what you want to do first turn is usually want to find a way to dump Gintala, find a way, usually Tidal or Foolish, and then normal summon the Prior. Prior's effect, you can tribute this card to target 1 Ice Barrier monster in your graveyard, except Prior, and special summon that target. So now you special summon your Gintala, and then during your end phase, you special summon your Prior just to have a monster on board. So it's a pretty good card in general, to be honest. Yeah, any Ice Barrier monster. It's really good. So 3 Prior, you need to run 3 in every Ice Barrier deck. For the extra Ice Barriers, I'm running 3 Strategists of the Ice Barrier. Once per turn, you can send 1 Ice Barrier monster from your hand to the graveyard to draw 1 card. And this is really to fill up the grave. Like, if I draw into Gintala and I don't have a Tidal, I could always normal summon it, ditch the Gintala or the Daisojo, or, Defender, and then draw a card. For the only tuner of the deck, except Valor, we're running 1 Defender of the Ice Barrier. This is another great card. It's not only like a tuner, plus I like this card just because it's a reoccurring tuner, because you're usually always 90% of the time are going to have Gintala on the field, so you could just kind of like synchro off with Defender and then just kind of keep on doing that, bring back Defender to protect your monsters. It has 200 attack, 1600 defense. Now the stats aren't really good, but what makes this card good is the effect. While you control a face-up another Ice Barrier monster, monsters your opponent control cannot declare an attack if their attack is greater than or equal to this card's defense. So in general, your opponent can't attack if his or her monster has 1600 or more attack. So it's pretty good because nowadays in the meta, I mean, to be honest, this isn't a meta deck, but right now most of the cards are above 1600. So Defender is a really good card. And for the hand traps, 2 effect failures, just because I really am digging effect failures. That's really about it. For the spells, we're running 3 searchers, 3 calls basically, Medallion of the Ice Barrier. Add an Ice Barrier monster from your deck to your hands. Pretty, self-explanatory. 1 Magic Triangle of the Ice Barrier. I'm just taking this card in, to be honest. I've never drawn it, but it's pretty good. Sometimes you do get cloggy hands, so when those times come, you could reveal 3 Ice Barrier monsters with different names in your hand. To select 1 card your opponent controls, destroy that opponent's card, and special summon 1 Ice Barrier monster from your hand. So it's really not bad. I mean, I like it. I've never drawn it, but in theory, it's really good. 3 Pop Duality, just to increase consistency. 1 Foolish Burial, Redemptive Kantala, Title, whatever you need. 1 Dark Hole, and 3 MSTs for back row removal. 2 Salvage. This is to get your Priors back, your Defender, kind of, reuse, recycle, whatever. 2 Moray of Greed. This is for the draw power. Just because, as you can see, there's a lot of searching in this deck. There's a lot of deck thinning, or shuffling back into the deck, because you really do want to draw into your key pieces. So if you open up with like 2 Gantalas or whatever, and like no Title or no Prior, you could always shuffle the Gantalas back and kind of pray, to get a Strategist or a dump outlet for a Gantala. So yeah. For the traps, we're running 2 Call the Haunted. To bring back your Title for a Beat Stick, even though you already can, another Gantala, or, anything. For the defensive traps, you're running 2 Mirror Forces, 1 Compulse, 1 Torrential, 1 Warning, and 2 Dimensional Prisons. Now, for the extra deck could be tweaked however you see fit, to be honest. This is just an extra deck I see fit. 1 Catastor, 1 Archimedes, 1 TG Hyper Librarian. For the level 7s, we're running 2 Gugnir. No Duloran, as you can see, because this deck never makes level 6, so I just kind of find it pointless. So 2 Duloran, 1 Black Rose, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, 1 Scrap, 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend, and 1 Stardust for the Synchros. And now for the XYZs, we're running 1 Draco Sack, 1 number 11 Big Eye, 1 Gachi Gachi, 1 Maestroke, and 1 Cowboy. And that rounds it up for the whole deck. I barely go into the extra deck, to be completely honest with you guys. I only just kind of keep on. You win with Gantala, he's your win condition. So, you want to keep him alive as much as possible, and Daisojo's there to help. You also have Call the Haunted, Title to dump him to the grave, and don't forget about Prior. So, anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck. It's a pretty fun deck. I can't really say much about it. It's not nowhere near competitive, but it's a very fun deck to play, a change of pace. So anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and this has been Oblivion. Catch you guys later. Deuces.